YouTube gang. So I was gonna make a reverse flash video, but instead I didn't. Long story short, my mom's kind of forgiven me, and I can go back on YouTube, and my YouTube channel will not be deleted. So today I'm going to be doing what if Naruto was the reincarnation of Bakugo. So as you see, this is Bakugo right there. This is Deku, yeah, and this is Uraka, and this is Aizawa. So I'm going to explain Bakugo's powers. Bakugo's style is fire style, and you know he looks exactly like he looks in the picture. He's that tall, almost as tall as Aizawa. His eyes are red. He's like pushback. He's strong. He's actually the strongest one in the group after Aizawa. Aizawa, his powers are earth style, water style, and that's really all. Yeah, a little bit of fire style, and wait, this is not the right picture. Wait, hold on. Okay, that's the picture that I edited. And Aizawa's power is earth style, fire style, water style, and his main jutsu is a dojutsu. It's like the same thing in the canon. But it's just that he can erase jutsu this time, not like quirks. Izuku's power is a bloodline passed down too. He is strong, and he's basically exactly like in the canon, and he already has full Kaling at the start of the series, because we're going to be starting off the series in the Chunin exams when the exam starts. No, we're not. Yes, we are. And Uraka, her power is wind style. Oh, Bakugo's power is wind style. Bakugo has wind style too. Aizawa has wind style, and Deku has wind style too. I'm just saying that would be great. Her power is wind style and wind style, fire style, and water style. So let's get into this with it. We start Bakugo. We start the first match. Bakugo versus Bakugo versus Deku. As the crowd, they cheer, they yell because so there's a name for Bakugo, Deku, and Uraka. They're called the Big Three because they were so strong. They literally got taken. They were still in the academy, but what happened was they were able to do missions with Jonin and Chunin and stuff like that. So the crowd is yelling when they hear the club's strongest member versus the club's second strongest member. Bakugo then says, "I've been waiting a long time, Deku." Deku, he's not as, like, pee his pants as he's in the canon. He says, "I've been waiting a long time too, Bakugo." As he says, as then the proctor, Genma, says, "Go!" And then Deku blitz off into the mid-air, and he throws a punch at Bakugo, with Bakugo easily dodging and creating an explosion right under Deku, sending him flying in the sky. Bakugo then squats down as he jumps into the air, and he yells, "Oh shoot, ooh, I could have popped my leg, bro. Shoot, that hurt." As he yells, "Ah, fire cannon!" he shoots a fire cannon from his palm. As then he yells, "Wooden style, one large bullet!" As he then shoots a bullet with ginormous bullet, wooden style, ginormous bullet. As he then shoots a bullet, as it helps the fire, but it oh my gosh, why do I keep freaking stuttering? As it helps the fire, as the fire then explodes, sending Deku up into the air. Deku says, "This is bad. I'm so high in the air," as Deku can barely breathe. Then he then uses a shockwave, as he then pummels down back to Earth at full power. As then he yells. His moves are still gonna be the same. But yeah. Texas Smash! As Bakugo is looking at Deku, he says, "Oh shoot, I can't fight that. I can't fight that at full power." As he then backs up. No, Deku does a Detroit Smash. As Bakugo then backs up, but Deku punched the ground so hard it nearly destroys the stadium, sending rubble. No, this isn't mere rubble, breaking the rocks. Kind of like Todoroki and when overpowered anime characters, they smash the ground, and then it's what Sakura did in the Great Ninja War, Fourth Great Ninja War, creating all that rubble when Naruto and Sasuke were fighting off the other villains. Then she came out of nowhere and punched the ground, sending just picture that. As all of a sudden, Deku then catches a few of the giant stockpiles as he throws them at Bakugo, one after one after one after one after one. Deku knows what he's doing. He's shaping the environment to his fighting style. Bakugo then says, "Sorry, but I'm not any fool," as he then holds his arm. And then he says, "Die!" And all of a sudden, a ginormous explosion. This explosion is, I'm not, for y'all anime onlys, I'm not going to spoil what happens in the anime, but this explosion is, as big as Bakugo. For y'all manga readers, you know what I'm talking about. Is as big as Bakugo's explosion when he, not gonna say he did one in the manga, and it was big as heck. So just imagine that one just 4 times bigger. As Deku, he's overwhelmed. He doesn't know what to do. He holds out his fist, and he does another Detroit Smash. This time pointing at the fireball, at the explosion, and they're rivaled, and the power is rivaled with Bakugo. Bakugo then says, "When did Deku get so strong?" No, when did Izuku get so strong? As he then jumps into the air. Guys, he yells, "Flast! Blind Blinius! Explosion!" He yells this, and 2 ginormous explosions then come from his hand, going straight down to Deku. Deku, he didn't. God, why do people choose to post videos at this time? As Deku, he doesn't know what to do, and he then gets hit by the explosion, sending him into the wall, putting a ginormous crater where Deku is. Then, when all the rubble settles down and Bakugo gets back down to the floor, they look at Bakugo as he's without a scratch. Then they look at Deku. As when they look at Deku, they see broken arms, a broken leg, broken ligamentations. Deku then falls out of the crater onto the ground. Aizawa then says, Deku was strong, but to even get that far with Naruto, I'm just gonna say Bakugo because that sounds better. With Bakugo, no, with Naruto, is rare. You know the crazy thing, as Bakugo is setting off explosions in his hand, I wasn't even going at full power, Deku. As Deku on one leg and the other leg broken, limping with one arm down and the other leg up. He holds his fist out to Bakugo as he says, I will not lose to you. As some of the Jonin and Hokage are saying, some of the Jonin are saying, should we stop this match? Orochimaru, he got beat up so bad that they're not gonna do the Konoha crush. No, they're gonna do it at the very end of the Chunin exam. So when everybody's walking out and then they think that nothing's gonna happen, no defense is gonna happen, that's when they're gonna attack. When everybody lets their guard down. As Bakugo then says, you fool, you need to sit down. As Bakugo then blitz Deku, uppercutting Deku. As then Bakugo jumps in the air and he yells, Explosion Hulk smash! And smashes Deku in the back of his head, making him do a few backflips and then fall into the ground. And he uses his foot as then he's about to set off a ginormous explosion. But then they see Aizawa. They see the number 2 Jonin of the leaf. Then teleport right over to Bakugo as he grabs Bakugo with his scarf. And then Naruto is about to set off a ginormous explosion. But what's his name? Aizawa. Then Aizawa literally then stops the dude. In midsection. Aizawa stops the dude from doing what he was gonna do. Let me use some real words. Aizawa disables his chakra. His move that he was about to use. As Bakugo then drops to the ground on his feet, he looks down at Deku, as Deku's other arm is broken and his leg is fractured. As Lee is actually there way earlier and Sasuke's there too, everybody's there. He's a coward. No, they don't say this. They say his mere strength. He made Deku look like he was weak. That is true. As we then hear Kakashi, as the camera then moves to Kakashi, Izuku actually had the perfect quirk to stop Bakugo. But Bakugo is just too powerful and skilled. And what he loses for brain, he makes up in strength. Bakugo's not all bronze. He's strength too. Izuku's more leaned back, but he is determined. I'm surprised he even got this far. As they don't disqualify Bakugo yet. No, they still don't disqualify Bakugo. As Aizawa then teleports up into the, this is a no-holds-barred match. So Aizawa then teleports up back where he was sitting beside Kakashi, where Guy and Kakashi and everybody was. As they say, if you didn't interfere, your student would have been killed. Why do you think I interfered? I'm not trying to have a student on my bloody hands. As we then go to Uraka's match. Let's just say She's going up against Shikamaru. She looks Shikamaru. Wait, no. She's going up against Kankuro. This time Kankuro doesn't, like, pee his pants and say, I can't face him. You know what Kankuro did. He didn't want to show off his special move. So she looks at him, at Kankuro, and Kankuro then says, it's an honor to beat one of the big three of the Leaf. And it's Uraka, she's a little bit more confident, but she's still nice. Like you can, as the president says, start, and in an instant, what's her name? Uraka, then blitz right over at what's his name? Gosh, at Kankuro. She tries to touch his crow, but all of a sudden, an entire, like, what is it called? Gosh, I'm so stupid, bro. An entire claw then comes out right at Uraka. Uraka barely dodges as she takes out a kunai, and she twirls it around her finger and throws it and tries to slice Kankuro and tries to cut Kankuro, but Kankuro then jumps back. Uraka then takes out all of her kunai as she holds her hands up in the air as she says, it's time to dance. As the ground is still cracked, as we then see Uraka as she runs across the stadium. She says, I'm gonna be able to beat you, as she then throws all of her weapons in the sky and brings all of the rocks to her. The rocks are now on her, kind of like how Thanos' costume is, how Thanos' costume is. It's shaped and looks exactly like that, just more bulkier with rocks. As she then takes two ninja strings out of her pouch, and she ties them with all the kunai. On the left side, all kunai. On the right side, all shuriken. She then says, tell me, how are you going to defeat this? It's the ultimate weapon! As she's throwing kunai and shuriken at Kankuro, lightly dispersing explosions onto some of them. As she then goes rushing at Kankuro herself. She goes to throw a punch at Kankuro, but Kankuro pulls out Crow. As Crow then aims right for her face to cut her. But she sees this from a mile away. When he thinks that everything's going shabby and nice, all of a sudden, he feels his leg pulled by a string. Then she says it worked. As then we see a string in her teeth. As she slings the string, and then she cuts it, sending Kankuro flying into the wall, creating a crater. Then she jumps up in the air, and she does exactly what Hulk Smash does, as she then goes to smash Kankuro, no pun intended. But Kankuro barely dodged. He then tries to use Crow to, slice through her rock, but it's not working. I've infused my chakra into this rock. There's no way that you're going to be able to defeat me. Not with a weapon like that. And listen, I want y'all to guess and put down in the comments how you think Aizawa, Deku, or Aizawa, Izuku, and what's his name, can defeat Uraka. You heard what she just said. She enforced her chakra into it. Izuku, all he needs is a good smash. No pun intended. Bakugo, all he needs is a good explosion with a string on the end of it. No pun intended. And Aizawa, all he needs to do is use his eyes and disable her chakra for a few minutes, as long as his eyes don't get too dried out. And then he can just take her down from there, because she's not really skilled in taijutsu. She can throw a kunai, and she's skilled with weapons and stuff, but when it comes down to hand-to-hand combat, I could beat her. Well, I'm not gonna say that I could beat her, because, I've taken a few lessons myself. Yellow belt. Yeah, you heard it. I'm yellow belt. No pun intended. But anybody could beat her. Even Konohamaru. No. I take that back. Not Kono. No. Stop. I said I'm sorry. Okay, man. We then skip to the next. No. As Uraka goes in for a punch, as she punched Kakuro right in the arm, then she punched him in the other arm and grabs him on his head. Yes. She then says, I win. Forfeit. She takes a little bit of the rock off of Kankuro's mouth. As then Kankuro's bleeding. Blood's coming down from his skull or his head. He's not gonna have a gun. It's just, like regular blood, like you just got punched or something like that. Blood is coming down. As he then says, I ain't gonna lose to no girl. As then she gets mad and slaps Kankuro away, sending him into the ground. Kankuro's bleeding all over his body. One of his ribs are broken. Winner of this match, Uraka, whatever her last name is, though. I'm just gonna look it up. Hold on. So her last name is Ochako. Uraka Ochako. The Ochako clan is kind of known throughout the leaf because, their jutsu, their ability of wind style. Danzo's father was an Ochako. You know why? You see the guy, he's great at wind style, Never mind. Just take out what I... Okay, so all the other matches go the same. And we're gonna skip to the second round. Sasuke obviously won. Neji obviously won. That match goes on, Sasuke beats him. As we're gonna skip to the last round, because none of this it's now time for Uchako Uraka's match up against Bakugo Katsuki. Okay, isn't that his last? Yeah, Katsuki. Up against Naruto Katsuki. As Naruto, he just has a pin in his mouth. No pun intended. As he's just sitting down. As Uraraka yells, "Get up, Bakugo! Get up, Naruto!" As Naruto then opens his eyes. Can I ever get any sleep around here? As he jumps down to the stadium, creating an entire bang, pun intended. As the match then starts, Uraraka, she's not even gonna hold anything, bro. Like, let's just say there's a lot of kunai and shuriken and stuff under the rubble, because number one, Uraraka's match. Number two, Sasuke's match. Number two, Neji's match. Number two, Sasuke versus Neji. There's a lot of rocks and kunai, and if she wanted to, she could just form the kunai into you know what. Uraraka then puts her hand on the ground as she says, "Ah!" absorb Shinjutsu, and she absorbs everything. When I say everything, I mean everything. She absorbs like the stadium, bro. No. She absorbs a lot of things in the stadium. Uraraka's not that powerful yet. You heard me. As she then says, for the sake of Izuku, I will defeat you. And in this, Izuku and Ochako are dating. Izuku and Uraka are dating. So let's get right into this video. Bakugo says, you can't even defeat Izuku. What makes you think that you're going to be able to defeat me? Because I think Izuku knew that he was going to lose. And he wanted us to go up against each other. It must be fate. Then, she creates a giant warrior. This rock warrior is about as big as Sasuke's. You know when Sasuke awake? No, it's as big as Itachi's Susanoo because Itachi doesn't have a full Susanoo. So it's as big as Itachi's Susanoo. She then flies right into the face. And she says, I'm going to show you what I can actually do. She forged the kunai together, creating one sword, she used some of the Roxin Rebel to create another sword. Jin goes rushing as Bakugo then looks up at the giant monster that Uraraka created. He said, they're strong. I don't think y'all understand, but Uraraka, her potential is beyond, it's beyond 10,000, bro. She can be real strong. Now listen, I just have to show y'all something. This is the Will of Fire. That's Uchako's. That's Bakugo's. That's Izuku's. And that's Aizawa's. As Deku. Yes! I know my next what if is going to be, what if Deku had half hot, half cold? As Bakugo then pulls out his hand and says, go to hell. As a ginormous explosion then sets off into the air, destroying parts of Uraraka's monster thingy, ginormous rock monster. As then she then picks those rocks back up and puts them back on. She says, even if I run out of chakra, I will destroy you. And that is why she has the most willpower. She says, this is useless. I best be just kill you right now. Oh, shoot. God dang it. I'm gonna delete this, though. Yes, and where do you expect me to get my pictures from? Google? Duh, that's where I get my pictures from, bro. I don't know the creator, the person who created this, but it's fire, man. And I want to shout out to that guy. No. Now, one thing. The fire, this is the person who created its original photo. That's mine. Don't get it mixed up. I edited that. No, it's the exact photo. These are the exact guys. I'm just putting the fire, the explosion. As Bakugo then jumps into the air. As he kicks his legs off into the air, he yells, Izuku style, Yeah, Izuku style, wind style, shoot style. As then, a ginormous slashing sound then goes straight out into the air, completely chopping Uraka's thing in half. Monkster in half. Then Bakugo sees it open. He then yells, "Inflammabis? Explosion!" He then keeps exploding Uraraka's rock. Then he's doing it over and over and over again. As then he gets Uraraka's real body. He then pulls a kunai attached to a string, no pun intended, as he throws it at Uraraka, twisting it around her waist. Then he throws her right into the wall. And he takes her back and throws her into the ground. Then he throws her into the wall again, and then into the ground. And then to the ground he goes, Hulk smash style. One side, another side, one side, another style, one style, another style, one style, another style. As then he takes Uraraka by the throat and he says, "You're one of my best friends. Hate to admit that, but you're gonna die." As Ino then says, "You go, Naruto! Just don't kill her!" As he then says, "This is your lucky day. You're lucky I'm in a happy mood." As he then throws Uraka aside, leaving her bloodied and battered. As the crowd, while the crowd is shouting and stuff, the like real big time, yeah, we know what we're talking about when we say this stuff. He truly is the strongest genin to ever live. Cause isn't it right? Not even Madara Uchiha, or Hashirama, or even, they're saying first and second Hokage. The first and second Hokage, neither was the third or fourth Hokage. No Hokage in history from every village as a genin, as a child, was even as strong as this child. He has the potential to be the strongest shinobi who ever lives. So now, yeah, I'm just gonna go over the entire Chunin exams, and the Konoha Crush is gonna be in part 2. Don't worry. As we now go to Sasuke and who? Sasuke and Katsuki Bakugo and Katsuki and Naruto. This is finally my turn. Oh my gosh! Do people have to post videos at this time of day? As Bakugo then says, "This is my time to prove that I am stronger than him. Than Itachi. This is even my time to prove that I'm stronger than Naruto." I would then have a flashback. "Hey, Naruto, come on." "Oh, sorry, Sasuke. I have to leave. My adopted father, Aizawa, the number 2 Jonin, we have a mission to do. Plus, I'll be back. Don't worry." Okay." It's like all in an instant. He turned from fun Naruto to emo Naruto. Now this is the fans who just heard Sasuke say that. No. I know. You are not calling even Bakugo emo. You are the king of emo. Begin! As Sasuke then powers up his Chidori. He has not used this for the entire day. He beat Gaara some other way, you know. Itachi, Itachi is watching, and so is Kisame. What's his name in the stands? Kakashi then says, well, I see he's using that move right from the start. Sorry, but I have to bring back my long-lost friend. As Sasuke then jumps jumps on the building, barely getting his standing, running up the building because the walls are destroyed. Two rush down at full speed, like he's going full speed, bro. He's a blur to everybody else, but Naruto focuses chakra in his eyes. He says, "No scum move is gonna beat me like that." As when Sasuke is about to go for Naruto's arm, all of a sudden, Naruto does exactly what Itachi does and grabs Sasuke by the arm. As he then crushes Sasuke's wrist. As Sasuke then drops to the ground, yelling out in pain. As Sasuke is then now mad. He gets back up, tries to hit Naruto, but he misses. Naruto then grabs Sasuke by the hair and sets off an explosion. Small explosions, don't worry. As Sasuke then falls down to the ground, Naruto jumps on the other side. Sasuke barely gets up. As he tries to punch Naruto, but Naruto kicks him in the face. As Naruto then takes out a chain. As it's kind of like the chain that as Death put around that King Warrior. As he says, "You puny little beast. You're not even worthy of being my friend." As he wraps the chain around Sasuke's neck, choking Sasuke. He then says, "I would kill you if you never had the Sharingan. But I'm sorry." Itachi, he really wants to run out there. As he asks, "Why are the Chunin stopping this match?" And he says, "Let me go." "Don't worry, I will. You're just gonna be my lapdog for a while. You hear me?" Sasuke then says, okay, whatever, as he's tapping on Naruto's hand. As Naruto then sets on 3 chain reaction explosions. He says, "Don't you dare touch me. You're not worthy." As he takes his chain from around Sasuke's neck. Sasuke gets back up, but when he gets back up, he's then slapped right in the face by Naruto. Naruto's about to walk away, but Sasuke, he grabs Naruto by the leg. Naruto kicks Sasuke's hand off. As he picks Sasuke up by the face, as he's holding Sasuke in his face, as he sets off tiny baby explosions in Sasuke's face. And then he drops Sasuke to the ground, showing a bloody nose Sasuke. Everyone's quiet. They don't know if they're supposed to cheer or boo. This kid just annihilated who they thought was the best chance of beating him. They don't even know what to do. He literally only used 2 jutsu in the entire tournament. As Naruto is then walking away, he says, "There's no way you'd ever be able to beat your elder brother if you can't even beat me. And I wasn't even trying." As he then squats down to the ground, and then he jumps right back into the stadium. She says, "Well, that didn't go as I expected it." As Guy and Lee, they're enraged. This kid just beat him an Uchiha. This kid just beat up Honor. This kid just beat up Sasuke and made him look like a fool without any honor. He makes Lee look weak. He makes the Eight Gates look weak. He makes people who want chakra look weak. As then, he's walking to go to the bathroom, but then Lee stops him. He says, "Who do you think you are to fight without honor?" "I'm strong, and in this world only the strong survive. I guess you don't understand, do you?" "What did you say?" As Naruto then cuts him off, he says, "Look at you, you puny who call yourself shinobi. You don't even fully know what a shinobi is. Fighting with honor. Tell me, when you're in a battle, when you're in a war, does the other side fight with honor?" As Naruto then lifts up his shirt to show a gigantic lightning gash on his stomach, raging from his stomach all the way barely to his arm. It's kind of like Zoro's, just way bigger and way thicker. No homo. "Please, I dare you to tell me, does war ever stop? Do you call yourself shinobi? You want strength. You want everything. You want to be called a shinobi, but here's the hard fact truths. Only those who train with chakra can do it. See, I was born with power. But you weren't born with power. You're nothing but a weakling who seeks to be strong. You think your Eighth Gates technique can defeat me in my final form as a child right now? As far as anything goes, I can even defeat the Hokage." As he looks back at the Hokage, he then puts back down his shirt. He says, "I don't show any respect to anyone. I'll admit, you're strong, you're fast, but you'll never beat me. I have two other friends in my group. If I had a choice, I'd kick them out of the big three. They're not like me. They're not gifted with talent. Look at them. Shovel against my feet like they're nothing but scum, nothing but trash that I have to throw out. That when a battle is too much, I have to go save." Why am I wasting my breath, my words talking to you? You're nothing but a little puny ninja with hopeless dreams. As Naruto then walks up the stairs. That was hard. That was harsh. As Lee is then gripping his fist so hard, blood is starting to come out as he's starting to activate the first gate. But then his body catches hold of this, and the adrenaline leaves his body as Lee then falls down to the ground. As Naruto then smirks and looks back. You call yourself a shinobi? This world is nothing but scum. As this is where we're going to be ending off the What If. Like, comment, subscribe, share all your friends on your social media platforms. Everybody, give me some heat!